it's Doris from All the Books, and I have my June TBR, which is going to be another 30 books in 30 days. And the first time I did it was in April, and I was working full-time then, and so I had to read a lot of skinny books, and I managed to finish 29 and a half, which I think is quite an accomplishment. But this round, I'm off work because I am a public school teacher and I'm on summer break. So I'm stepping up my game a little bit, and I don't see, like, unless some natural disaster strikes, I should be able to read 30 books in 30 days. And I want to up the game just a little. I want to have my page count average 300 pages per book. So yeah, because I need to save all my skinny books and stockpile those in case I want to do one, you know, in the fall when school's back up. Another round of 30 books in 30 days. So, because I like doing it. Yeah. Anyway, and I hope some of you are going to join me. And you know, if you don't want to do 30 books in 30 days, you could do 15 books in 30 days, because, you know, that's quite an accomplishment too. Most months I'm lucky to hit 10. So 15 I would feel really good about. So you could do 15 books in 30 days too if you want to join in. Anyway, let's just dive right in. I have a TBR of 15 books that I have just picked out here, and I didn't want to 30 book TBR seemed quite overwhelming for one thing, and also I need to leave wiggle room for any audiobooks, or we're going on vacation for a week, so I might want a separate TBR for that. And you know, I might get desperate and have to throw some skinny books into the mix. So I have 15 books to start out with, and that gives me wiggle room for mood reading or whatever. So let's dive in here. First up, I have one that you've seen me mention a couple times, A Manual for Cleaning Women by Lucia Berlin. This is a short story collection. I think the title kind of says it all. I believe it's set in the Southwest, and I've been wanting to get started on this one, but I'm still desperately trying to finish the Bailey's prize winners before the winner is announced, which is June 7th. So I've had to not read that while I'm trying to power read the rest of the Baileys. Okay, and then yeah. War and Peace, Leo Tolstoy. The read along with Ange starts June 1st, I believe. And I don't know if they intend to read this all in 1 month. We all know Middlemarch has taken me 3 months, so we'll see how that goes. So I don't know if I'll finish this one in June, is what I'm saying. But I included it on the TBR because I'm definitely going to start reading it soon. Then I thought it was really sweet. I had several really nice comments on my book haul. I believe it was the book haul that I just posted when I mentioned that I was going to be reading 30 books in 30 days. So I have picked out a few books in honor of those nice people that left me nice comments. The first one is China Dolls by Lisa C. This is a very new acquisition for me. I got it the weekend before this one, I believe, when my sister was visiting at a library hall. And I have not read any Lisa C. yet. I love Amy Tan and some other Asian authors, so I think I'm going to love Lisa C. We shall see. I didn't do that on purpose, but you know. And this one is for April from, is it Getting Hygge with It? I think. I'll link her below. But she left a really nice comment, and I checked out her profile and subscribed to her, and I noticed that she had just acquired, not this one, but Snowflower and The Secret Fan. So I thought I would read this one in honor of April. And then Michael left me a comment. He said, "Yay, books," or something to that effect. So this one I bought because of Michael. The first time he lifted it up and I saw it, I was like, oh, I want that so bad, because you know I love covers and I love cats, and this is a stunner. So then he started gushing about it, and so I was like so relieved that I could buy it, because you know it was a good book, because Michael said it was. So I want to read this one in honor of Michael, because he's the one that suggested it. And also, spoiler alert, we're getting a new kitten this coming weekend. So it's going to be exciting. Exciting times around here. And then Commonwealth by Ann Patchett. This one is Mamey gave me this one for my birthday. Thank you, Mamey, again, and I'm finally going to get to it. And it occurs to me that I'm not telling you anything about these books. Oops. This one is contemporary fiction. I believe it starts off with adultery. But then the bulk of the book is about a blended family. This one is perhaps historical fiction, contemporary-ish, not contemporary, modern classic. And the devil descends into Moscow, so it sounds exciting. And then this one is set in, I believe, San Francisco, Chinatown. 3 main characters who become good friends. And 1938, I believe they said. And then part of it takes place during Pearl Harbor and the repercussions for those girls and their families. I think that'll be good. And then this one is for Dee Dee at Brown Girl Reading. Jam on the Vine. This one I found at my very first ever library haul, and I was so over the moon excited when I saw it. I grabbed it immediately. Dee Dee really likes this one, and this is set, I believe it starts in 1919, and it's about a black girl who becomes obsessed with journalism and gets into it and kind of paves that trail. Yeah, so I think that's going to be a really good one. I think they're all going to be really good. I do. So then we have The Dove Keepers by Alice Hoffman. This is just a random, totally random pick from my TBR shelf. This is one of the ones that I got at Books A Million when I first started on BookTube in January, I guess. And I was just like grabbing books everywhere I saw them, and I still am. This one is a buy 2 get 1 free kind of deal, you know, on those tables in the middle of the store. And apparently it is historical fiction set 2,000 years ago, and a group of 900 Jews hold off for 4 months against the Romans, and this focuses on 4 women in that story. I think they're fictionalized, but anyway, pretty cool. And then Caleb Carr, The Angel of Darkness. This one, I just finished The Alienist this morning, and this is the sequel. And this is set in New York, I guess around the turn of the century, I don't remember exactly, but it's when psychology just started being used in the field of criminal investigation, so it's pretty interesting. And this one is told from the point of view of the little boy who was 12 years old and very streetwise in the first book, so I think that'd be fun. I also, this one, now these next couple are ones that were on my spring TBR, and I just carried them forward because I really do want to read them now. The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. This is definitely a modern classic, dystopian novel, and girls are basically used as broodmares. And I want to read this because I want to watch is it Hulu? The story. I don't watch much TV, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyway, I want to watch it. And then this one also, Enrique's Journey by Sonia Nazario, and this one won the Pulitzer a few years ago. And this one I kept it on my TBR because this is nonfiction, an illegal immigrant, their story coming into the United States. And this is the last of my lingering books one of my goals for this year was to finish all the books that have been sitting around my house for 2 or 3 or 10 years. So this is the last one of those. So I wanted to finish it so that I would be done with that goal for the year. And then this one I'm completely intrigued by. A Turn in the South by V.S. Naipaul. And this is apparently a literary giant, this dude that I have never heard of. And this is his first book set in the United States. I believe it's nonfiction essays. And I just thought this was very interesting. It says, in the tradition of political and cultural revelation, V.S. Naipaul so brilliantly made his own in Among the Believers. A Turn in the South, his first book about the United States, is a revealing, disturbing, elegiac book about the American South. Interesting. Yes. And I have lived in 3 of the locations for the essays, so very curious. I think it's interesting that it's written, like, sorry for the blowout. Why won't the blowout go away? I don't know. Go away, blowout. Let's help. There you go. I just think it was interesting that it's written by someone that's not from the States, and I think that's another thing they mentioned on the back, that it's a more balanced view because, you know, he's just telling the story. There's no innate bias, hopefully. Anyway, so then my next one is My Life in Middlemarch by Rebecca Mead, and this is also a nonfiction. And I want to read this one right away because I want to say I'm this close, but really I'm this close. I'm under 200 pages from finishing Middlemarch, and I snagged this at the same library sale that I got, Jam on the Vine. So it was a great library sale. And this one is about a girl who grew up loving Middlemarch, and then as, I guess, a grad student, started doing research on it. So it's kind of about her feelings about Middlemarch and her research and the lighting. My goodness. And then Sky by Neil Schusterman. I snagged this one on Book Outlet, and this one is young adult, and it's about, I guess, dystopian, and the world is apparently evolved to a point where people don't die from old age anymore, and so the world's getting overpopulated, and so this group of people, the Skies, kind of choose people to cull out of the population. And so it's about a couple of teenagers who are apprentice Skies. Yeah, intriguing, right? And then Idaho, which I've been wanting to read for some time now. I had it like face out on my shelf because it's so pretty. I'm looking at which ones I have out now. I like to put the pretty ones out. Emily Ruskovich, and this one is I guess somewhat contemporary, but it's a little bit of a thriller, I think, a literary thriller, and yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. And then last but not least, Amy Tan, The Kitchen God's Wife. Another one of my goals is to read all of Amy Tan's novels, and I only have 2 left to read. And for some reason, I thought I'd already read this one, but this is one of the ones that I needed to read. So I didn't realize what a great haul it was. This was at the last library book sale I went to. So yeah, this one starts out in Shanghai in like the 1920s, I think. And one of the main character ends up moving to the U.S. in 1949, and then her life there. And so it's kind of told in flashbacks as she's an adult and knows she's dying to her child. Yeah, and her best friend is there and telling her side of the story. Yeah, so those are 15 of the blowout. There you go. Hi, Amy. These are 15 of the 30 books that I hope to read in June. So if you're going to join me, let me know. 15 books in 30 days or 30 books in 30 days. Both could be equally exciting. I'll chat with you very soon. Bye.